Genesis chapter 15. After this, the Lord spoke to Abram in a vision and said, Abram, you don't need to be fear-filled. I am your deliverer, your remedy, here to free you from fear and selfishness, and give you a very great reward. But Abraham questioned, O Lord God, what great reward could you possibly give me, since I have no child? Any reward will simply become part of my estate, and ultimately go to Eliezer of Damascus, who will be my heir. Then Abraham added, Since you have not given me a child of my own, a servant born in my household will inherit what is mine. Then the Lord spoke to Abraham and said, No, Eliezer will not inherit what is yours, but a son produced from your own body will inherit what is yours. Then the Lord led Abraham outside and said, Look up at the sky and count the stars, if you can. That's how many descendants you will have. Abraham let go of his fear and self-concern and trusted the Lord. And the Lord regarded his trust as evidence that his heart was now set right with God. The Lord told him, I am the Lord who led you out of Ur in Babylonia, and as part of my plan to save the earth from sin, I am giving you this land to possess. But Abraham asked God, O Creator God, I don't understand. How can I know the future, that I will come to possess this land? So the Lord said to Abram, I will give you this reassurance. I will certify this promise with a ceremony that is customary to your people. Bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, and a dove and a young pigeon. Abram brought all of these for him, cut them down the middle, and arranged the halves across from each other. But he didn't cut the birds in half. When the vultures came down on the carcasses, Abram drove them away. When the sun had set, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and dreamed of being covered by the dark and terrible sense of the unknown. Then the Lord enlightened him, saying, Know this with certainty. Your descendants, through Sarai, will be aliens living in a country that is not their own, and they will be enslaved and abused. The slavery will end in 400 years. But know that I will contend with the nation that enslaves them, and your descendants will depart from that nation with great wealth. You, however, after living to a good old age, will die peacefully, and be buried with your ancestors. In the 4th generation your descendants will return to this land, for the sin of the Amorites and others living here has not yet completely seared their consciences and hardened their hearts beyond healing. After the sun had set and darkness had set in, the fiery presence of the Lord appeared like a blazing torch or a smoking oven, and passed between the pieces. On that day the Lord ceremonially certified that his promise to save humanity would be through Abram, and said, Your descendants will be my helpers, and I will give them this land from the border of Egypt to the great river Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, Kenizzites, Cadmonites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rephites, Amorites, Canaanites, Girgashites, and Jebusites.